What's up everybody and welcome to this brand new YouTube video. Well, in this video I'm going to take you guys with me on my last race day and to see what happened. It went quite good, I would say. It was because there was a lot of great battles, great moments, and also a disaster which made it a lot more intense, I would say. So yeah, follow along to watch the race day.
Hvad hedder mit navn?
Malakias Mortensen Racing.
Klingefaderen er flyvende. Og så den der Driver Academy jakke. Hvad foregår der?
Det kan vi ikke lide, det der.
Okay guys, I have driven the first practice session for today now, and it went quite good, I would say. I drove 44.3 and my tire temperature or pressure, I mean, it was 0.2 too high, which was a lot. So yeah, I expect to come down into the 43 times today for the race, and let's see how practice 2 goes. Okay guys, we have now driven the second practice, and yeah, we can definitely see get a better picture of who is the quickest. P20. Yeah, I'm not very satisfied. The tire pressures were too low now, and yeah, it was just not optimal. So yeah, I will try again in the qualify, and we'll see how it goes into qualifying and heat 1.
Hello guys, welcome to Midtjysk karting track. Well, I will take you on board on a lap on the great Danish karting track, Midtjysk karting track. Well, this track is a bit challenging, I would say, because that it is so flat most of the time. There is almost no elevations, and somehow I find that very hard to drive on sometimes. So yeah, let's go on a hot lap and see what it looks like on Midtjysk karting track. Okay, as we're coming down to turn 1, reaching 115 km per hour, we enter a hard braking zone, hairpin to the right, followed along by a left-hander, which is a very tricky part because you can have a lot more speed in the corner than you think. Hard braking zone again, hairpin to the right, getting us onto the back straight, reaching around 110 km per hour. Hard braking zone again, a very slow sector right here. The right, left and right following us along to a very fast point of the track, which is flat out all of the time except of my onboard. The last corner, they say if you can take the last corner well, then you mastered Midtjysk karting track.
Okay guys, the qualify went amazing. I reached my goal to get under below 44 seconds a lap, and yeah, I set my quickest lap, personal best, 43.9, which is very good for me. So yeah, I start P15 out of 30 carts, I think, and yeah, I can just say it's a very close field, and I just hope and pray for no collisions for me, and that I can escape all of the collisions that are going to happen on the track. So yeah, let's get into the heats.
But before we get into the heats, I want to tell you a little bit of what a racing day looks like. Well, we arrived at the track around 7 AM and unpack all our stuff. When we get to around 7:45, we have now registered our card and got it approved that it's not something deadly to drive on. So yeah, when the time is about 8, we start practicing with practice 1, and we'll start from the bottom to the top, which means we got all the mini drivers at first, and then we end with Rotax DD2. After that, we have driven our practice sessions 1 and 2. We go into the qualifying. Qualifying is a bit different than a regular qualifying from Formula 1, for example. All drivers get 8 minutes to set their quickest lap, and will be starting out from that grid with the fastest lap in front. So yeah, followed along into the heats. Every time, let's say I finish 10th from 15 in my heat, well, then I start P10 next time in the pre-final, and the same in the pre-final to the final. So yeah, it's basically just a race day in the regional. So yeah, let's get into heat 1.
Have you cooked yet? Have you cooked yet? Oh.
Sometimes and I can't seem to find a light. Walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. When I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight. What a time to be alive. Just you and I. Just you and I. Only you can put my fire out. You can turn it all around. You can lift me off the ground, so we can fly again. So we can fly again. Been trying hard not to go out of my mind. All I need right now is for you to stay the night. But if you keep saying that you've got to leave, then I'm gonna be alright. As long as you tell me that we ain't running out of time. Thinking about all the things we did tonight. What a time to be alive. Just you and I.
Well, heat 1, yes, it went quite good at the start. I started off P15, as I said before, and I immediately reached the top 10, and I was like, I'm holding it there while pushing, of course, and taking opportunities. But suddenly my exhaust started to be a little bit too loud, and I really didn't understand why it was. Because when I look back on my exhaust on the straight, I couldn't see a thing. Not everything seemed perfect, which made no sense to me at the time. And it was so loud that some of the other drivers actually looked back at their exhaust too, because they thought it was them. But I keep driving, and suddenly one of the drivers that I held back, I created a train with around 7 drivers because I was driving defensive mode. And one of the drivers go for a move and keeps it around the outside. Shout out to that takes some balls to do. She then turned into me, and she got pushed a little bit wide, and when she entered the track again, we collided. So yeah, unlucky, that's racing. But that accident sent me all the way down to P27 out of 31 cards. So yeah, let's see what I can do in the last 2 heats, pre-final and the final.
out, my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person.
Yeah, well, as you could see, guys, the red flag popped out, and yeah, actually we then stopped, as you could see. But when we stopped, we immediately got up from our carts, and we started talking to each other, and yeah, just making sure that everything was good. And one of the stewards came and told us what happened, and the way he got injured, and they thought at the moment that he had broken his arm, but luckily he haven't. His elbow got tore, and luckily that was the only thing that happened. So yeah, let's continue the race, starting from our start positions again, minus the DNF drivers already from the first disaster, which is taking me to P21 now. So yeah, let's get along.
Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Okay, guys, Heat 2 / the pre-final is now over, and what can I say? It was an amazing race for me, as you could see. I started 21 because 21 out of, I honestly can't remember, but I started a little bit further up because some of the other drivers DNF'd, as you could see on the video, and yeah, I can just say that it went very good. The people I overtook, I managed to get to P17, and the people I took off immediately, and I even hunted down and was close to P16 and 15 at the end of the race, but on the last corner and on the final lap, I just couldn't find the pace to make the last move for P16. But yeah, let's see how the final goes. I'm very excited. I'm starting P17, as I said, and I'm very excited to see how chaotic it would be. I'm also excited to see if some of the DNF drivers will come back on the grid again and start further back.
I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. Now, when I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight. What a time to be alive. Just you and I. Just you and I. Only you. Fly around. You turn it all around. You pick me off the ground so we can fly again. So we can fly again. So we can fly again. Been trying hard not to go out of my mind. No, here right now.
What an absolutely amazing race day for me, guys. Being able to crawl from P27 all the way up to P14 for me is a very big goal, and was a kind of a achievement for me that meant a lot to me. It showed me that I can do it, which means a lot to me to be able to prove myself on that way, even though I'm not one of the quickest guys yet. Overall, the race day was very good. I learned a lot of new stuff, which is the main part in my debut season, of course. So yeah, but in the final race, it's the last race of the day, which means that this will be the end of this video. If you've watched it all along, I want to thank you very much, and I hope you want to like and subscribe and click the button and follow my little karting journey so far. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, guys.